Hey there, everybody. Franklin Taggart here. It's time for a virtual coffee break. Got my coffee. Grab your beverage. Let's have a chat, shall we? That is very, very good this morning. So today's coffee break is about a resource that anybody who runs a Zoom meeting, summit, webinar, event, training, anything that you do that is on Zoom, I'm going to recommend a book today that I think everybody who even uses Zoom for their just kind of one-off, one-to-one meetings needs to read. And it's called Breakout of Boredom. Breakout of Boredom, Low-Tech Solutions. Let's see. Low-Tech Solutions for Highly Engaging Zoom Events. It's by Robbie Samuels. Now, some of you are going to remember that name. About a year ago, I think, I reviewed his book, Small List, Big Results. Now, Robbie's a fabulous author, wonderful resource in so many areas, well known in entrepreneurial circles for his work around networking and things like that. The reason that I'm excited about this book is that one of the things that I've seen Robbie do in online mixers over and over and over again is kind of come to the rescue. And the first time I actually ever even heard about Robbie was at one of these mixers. And there were, I think, over 100 people showed up, and that was more than they had anticipated. They had to expand the size of the room at the last minute. And then that changed all of the breakout room settings that they had painstakingly done before the meeting. And at some point, they were trying to get the breakout rooms to open. And the host kind of mildly panicked, said, talk amongst yourselves, and we'll get this fixed right away. Is Robbie Samuels here? And I heard this voice come on from somewhere in the 3 screens or 4 screens, however many there were. Yes, I'm here. And they asked Robbie what they needed to do about fixing this particular issue. He had them on the right track and just a couple of suggestions. The rest of the meeting went beautifully. But I was really struck by Robbie's expertise and his ability to just immediately troubleshoot the situation and get things moving again. So over the last year, I've seen Robbie in many online settings, and in many of them, he's been the host or MC. In many of them, he's just been a participant, but he's always trying new ways to make the technology work in creative and impactful ways. And I first heard him kind of toying around with the idea of this book several months ago, and I couldn't wait for this book to see the light of day. I do about 90% of my work on Zoom, whether it's recording podcasts, whether it's one-on-one coaching, whether it's small group coaching, whether it's speaking for events, whether it's hosting my own events. Probably a solid 90% of my working time is spent on Zoom. This book has given me tools that I didn't even know that I needed. In particular, there's a huge amount of time in this book spent talking about how to leverage breakout rooms to make your meetings much more impactful and to create stronger connections between people who participate. In addition to that, there are some really cool things like mirroring techniques to figure out, what to point at if you want people to see something. Do you want them to see that, or this, or that, or this? Another area that I really appreciated was that he went through all of both the basic and the paid settings. and just kind of described what each one did, talked about situations in which you might need them. And then the icing on the cake was the safety and security section. I know that Zoom has done a lot to kind of prevent the whole phenomena of Zoom bombing, but Robbie goes even further in his book to talk about ways that you can protect your space on Zoom so that bad things don't happen. So if you do any kind of a Zoom meeting, Breakout of Boredom by Robbie Samuels. It's brand new. I think the launch is actually on, is it the 13th? Let me see. Yeah, the launch, the book launch date is Monday the 13th. And I was an advanced reader. And again, I'm grateful to Robbie for his generosity. He is an extraordinarily generous provider. He is included a ton of PDF downloads, checklists, little tools that you can use, like signs and things like that you can copy and use. And then there are some other things that people can print out that are kind of fun ways to engage people as well. So there's a lot of free downloads that are available with the book as well. So Breakout of Boredom. Robbie Samuels, thank you so much for the kind and generous resource that you are. And always looking forward to what you're going to do next. So there you have it, folks. That is my review of Breakout of Boredom by Robbie Samuels. And I hope that you'll go out and get it for yourself today. So long.